Hello and welcome to another Modern Toy Fair review. Today I'm taking a look at the Indiana Jones Adventures Indiana Jones. I am a huge Indiana Jones fan and I'm super excited to finally get a proper 6-inch line for these movies. But make sure to stick around at the end of the video so you can see all the wonderful photos I took. I had a lot of fun with this one. And of course, let me know in the comments below if you've picked up Indiana Jones or any of the other figures in Wave 1, if you're still on the hunt, or if you just kind of don't care either way. But that's enough chitter chatter. Let's go ahead and get at her. Alright, let's take a look at how Indy turned out. So we're going to start with the face. I mean, wow. The sculpt and the paint apps, it really looks like Harrison Ford. They did a great job. Like the stubble there. Got his, nose and just, he looks like he's got a little bit of dust and grime on him because he's, been out in the dirt digging for fancy magical artifacts. The hat is really impressive. Like the weathering on it looks really, really good. Very out of character for Hasbro, so I'm impressed there. And it doesn't end there. Like if you look at the jacket, they've just got weathering painted everywhere just to really make all the details pop up through the collar and the arms. Down this side as well. Like I am thoroughly impressed. The actual his normal shirt is just kind of a normal tan plastic, no real paint apps there. But then you do have his little satchel. It has some great sculpt and some nice paint apps. Got the little belt buckle up there painted. Then you've got his actual belts and stuff. Give me 1 second and I will show you how these things on his belt work for the little latches. So we've got one for his pistol. Just pop that open, slide that down in there like so. And then I do hate these kind of things because it's so soft, it's hard to get it to latch. And you can kind of make it work like that. And then this is the one that's a little harder, and that is the loop for his bull rope, his whip. And you can push pretty hard and kind of get it to stay sometimes, but most time it just pops right back out. It's super annoying, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hate it, but yeah, you can get it to stay after a while. But even the slightest inconvenience, and it's gonna pop back open. But the detail on the belt itself looks great. And then the pants, the sculpt's pretty good, and then you get down to the ankles, and you can see where they've got more of that weathering to make it look like it's dirt and grime built up on the bottom of his pants from running around the desert. You can see it's got the interesting knee joints there. And then down the shoes, you got tons of detail. Not a lot of paint though. And then bottom of the feet there. And as you can see, already just from that little bit of looking at his ankles, and that popped right back open. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Then real quick, you've got more weathering and some great sculpt on the back of the jacket. Better look at the satchel there. You can see the buttons are actually painted, which is a nice touch. And then back of the legs, more same of the front. So I'm thoroughly impressed. Moving on to articulation. So the hat is not removable, as you can see. So you can just use it to kind of twist its head around. You got tons of rotation, decent amount up and down. Kind of do it like that. And then tons of side to side. Pop that off real quick and see this is a ball. But yeah, pretty impressive as far as that goes. Arms go up a little bit past 90, all the way around. There's no bicep swivel, but you have the single joint elbow. Goes up a little bit past 90, but it does swivel. So you can get some range of motion there. We do have these very strange articulation points for the wrists. And see, it's just a ball instead of the usual peg that goes into the wrist. It's very strange, but it is also restrictive, so I don't like it at all. Not sure why they did that. Abdomen, the only point of articulation is at the waist. So you get tons of rotation, decent amount back, a little bit forward, but not much. Decent amount side to side though, which is nice. Legs go up past 90 forward, not quite on the side. Do you have thigh swivel? Then you've got the knee swivel there, bends to about 90 degrees. ankle is a little hindered by his pants, but you can get tons of rotation forward and side to side and back. So, realistically, considering it's Indiana Jones and not Spider-Man, you can get him in any pose really you'd want him in. The biggest struggle you're going to have is getting him to stand, just because for whatever reason his center of gravity is not great, especially with these like weak ankles. On to accessories. So first we have the paper bags that come in. It just kind of thought it was interesting that they actually printed like the globe from the travel scenes. Seems like a waste, but kind of a nice little effort. But then you do have this kind of open palm hand, almost like a gripping hand, but not quite tight enough. You have a tighter version of that where you can like hold a book or torch. Then you have his trigger finger for his right hand, followed by his whip holding a hand with that little thumbs up like he's doing the Fonz. Ayy. Then you have the wrapped up version of his whip, which I don't like the color. It's a little too red for me. But the sculpt looks incredible. Like the textures and the layering. It looks really well. And then you have the actual whip. And this is, on top of the fact that, again, a little bit too red in the brown. But also, because of the way it was packaged, it just forms back to this loop. And looks terrible. And it's shit to pose. Then you do have his little pistol, which, again, isn't that great. It's like a soft plastic. You do have the idol, which is really cool, and that gold looks great. And then you have your piece of the arc. You get two of these that go on the top, which makes me kind of want the arc now. I was not going to get the whole wave, but we'll see. All right, let's do a quick size comparison. So here he is with the Mafex Rebirth Batman that I have, and he's a little bit shorter. And then here is the Mafex Symbiote Spidey, who is also just a smidge taller than him. Then we're going to put him against the Marvel Legends, Jon Favreau. Oh, there goes Indy. Those weak ankles. Need to quit skipping leg day, Indy. And get Jon Favreau a little more straight here. But yeah, so Jon Favreau and then Pimp Daddy Destro. Both a little bit taller. For whatever reason, this Indiana Jones line seems to be scaling shorter than the normal Hasbro lines, which is weird. And then, of course, we have the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Armadillo, who's just massive, and it'd be kind of cool if he had to fight a giant armadillo in the next movie. And last up is the box. We have the windowless packaging, and I mean nothing else. This artwork looks really cool. I really like the oranges and reds against the tans and yellows. You have the figure, you've got the artifact logos, all the fun stuff at the bottom, 4+. Then you have all the figures on the side here, which I don't like this. I like it better on the back. It's kind of dumb to have it on the side. Again, the amazing artwork. I wish we did more of this on the other boxes that they do. Top has nothing. Bottom has all the legal stuff and barcode. Back shows you a closer look at the figure and all the accessories. Little memes and artifact stuff and all that stuff in the back. So yeah, I mean, it's better than some of the stuff they do, but it's still kind of eh. Okay, so overall, I am pretty impressed. Like with Hasbro, it's always, a crapshoot. Some of their stuff is amazing, some of their stuff is awful, and a lot of it's just the middle of the road. And I'd say this is definitely closer to the amazing part of that spectrum. I will say I am disappointed in the accessories. The bullwhip accessory is pretty weak. The fact that, it just kind of forms and makes it difficult to actually pose it because they made it too soft. I feel like they should have probably made that a little bit of a harder plastic. I get you risk it breaking, but at least then it's like you can have it in a specific position where it looks like it's in motion versus it like curling up because of the way it was packaged. And also the pistol is just pitiful. Like it's too soft for absolutely no reason. It's a pain to get in and out of his hand. I know I didn't show that, but I may or may not have already recorded the how to pose video for the Let's Pose tomorrow. So you'll have to wait and see that then. But yeah, I either way, the figure itself looks incredible. Like the paint apps are great. The face scan is amazing. So I'm here for it. If nothing else, I'm going to buy all the indies from this line. Might buy a couple side characters here and there. I don't know how deep I want to go, but I almost want to just for the arc and the other build artifacts. But let me know in the comments below where you stand on it. If this video kind of tipped you one way or the other, if you're on the fence, if you're still on the hunt, if you're excited, especially with all the new ones that were just announced over at Star Wars Celebration. So let me know. And of course, stick around here to the end of the video so you can see all the photos I took. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It helps us out here in the channel. It lets us know if we're doing a good job, and also gets you tutorial-related content in your feed, including the reviews, the Let's Poses, the live stream, and the podcast. A few other things sprinkled in here and there. And if for some reason you would like to help support us during this journey, you can head over to patreon.com/Modern Toy Fair. Link will be in the description below. We have several tiers of different options for support levels and also for rewards. You can do anything from making suggestions for certain things and being a part of the community in the feed. You can get access to the podcast early. You can get physical prints of the photos I take it out at the end of all the reviews, or you can even be a guest on our live stream. But that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully see you next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.